What's going on, guys? Back for another video. Having a weirdly, low-key day with work stuff, so taking the opportunity to film this video and literally the next one that you're seeing. And yeah, this is gonna be another, more standard for whatever the fuck this channel is nowadays, where I just, hold the figure up and talk about it. We're not gonna do a transformation. I did that for Twin Mill just because he's easy enough to do really quick. Even though I fucking rambled in that video. But anyway, I'm also gonna just try and keep this short and not as short as a YouTube short, even though those apparently do numbers for me, relatively speaking. Anyway, per the title and all that stuff, ONYX Prime. Don't worry, because for some reason my autofocus is terrible now. There'll be a close-up of the head sculpt for the photo thumbnail thing for this video that y'all saw when it popped up on your feed, if it did. And you can look at other videos, like that Toy Guy's video on ONYX Prime if you want more detailed stuff. But yeah, honestly, for this whole 13 primes, we're gonna do figures for them situation that Hasbro is doing with Age of the Primes. Once they announced ONYX Prime, he was the one that I was most intrigued by. I probably still will get my Cronus because I think he's the only one that they've announced that I don't have, that's actually available to purchase. I'll clarify that, because Amalgamous Prime is not available yet for pre-order, I don't think. I think there's another one coming out at some point down the road next year, but yeah. Obviously, we'll talk about those when they come out, but yeah. Of the ones that are out that I have, ONYX Prime might be my favorite, and I forget in what previous video I said, but I had a feeling when he was going to come that he would just be like a random desk bot. And honestly, he has been since he got here. One thing that I will go over before I address my nitpicks, some of which might just be exclusive to my copy of the figure. The tail situation here. I know technically you're not supposed to have this part attached in full-on robot mode. You're supposed to attach it in centaur mode and then for beast mode, but for the life of me, mostly because of Hasbro's instructions being absolute shit, I cannot figure out how to, when you unfold this so it's splayed open, I cannot figure out for the life of me how to have this attached to the staff part of the main weapon and have it be like a mock bow and arrow. Also, Hasbro never does bow and arrow weapons well for Transformers, so I'm sure that's canonically accurate for him. I don't know the lore on him, and I feel like they could have probably implemented that better, had it be a separate piece that you tap onto here, made it a little bit more clear in the instructions. I'm sure all two of you that watch this video are going to tell me how to do it, which I appreciate. But yeah, honestly, my nitpicks all lie in little QC things, and they honestly might be exclusive to my copy. So I'm saying them, but just they might not be a thing for yours. So on mine, let's rotate him to the back. I'll grab him here, I guess. So on mine, this wing, which if he's looking at you, it's on this side. This is my left hand, so it's basically his left wing. For you guys, when this video is uploaded, it's gonna be on the right side of the camera, I believe. But it's yeah, this wing is just, as you can tell, it holds this position up a little bit because they are on a hinge joint in there, but you move him a little bit and it'll flop back. It doesn't take much resistance for it to slot right back down. So I just think it might be the screw assembly in there. It might be a little loose, but because I don't have the issue on this one at all, so just bear that in mind, I guess, with your copy of the figure. I also don't like that aesthetic choice with that gap behind his head. It is there so the head can just, thoop in there for beast mode, but I feel like that could have compressed a little bit better. Or I feel like there could have been something done with that didn't impede these legs and all that stuff. But that's just me. That's a personal preference thing. I also don't really like how the underside of the beast mode neck is just completely fucking hollow. Because when he's like this, you can kind of see the robot mode head with the centaur mask and everything. So I don't know. I'm assuming a third-party company is going to give us a better assembly here, which is going to be a pain in the butt to do because that's a pin joint, but we'll see. It's just a little nitpick that I have. Otherwise, in terms of just like quibbles, I guess. It's literally just like things are not like as secure as they could be, right? And it's not like the tabbing or anything like that. It's just like the joints have a little bit more play than I feel like they should, especially for this price point. Like a lot of the assembly in here, which like pivots this way and then pivots back up. I like how I pantomimed that for Centaur mode and then Beast mode and then back to this. That just feels too fluid. Like there's not that much resistance in that like mechanism that you're rotating. And then when I transformed him back to this mode the other night, there's just a little too much play in the ratchets. They're more like soft detents than actual proper like clicky ratchets. Less so in here and more so like on the legs in this assembly right here. So that kind of annoys me. And there's a little too, just personal preference, wiggle waggle in the hips. But other than that, honestly, I really like how he looks. I know technically he's supposed to be like blue and gold or something in terms of like comics, lore-wise, whatever. But I don't know, I kind of like him as these colors. We'll probably get a Gen Selects version at some point down the road of him in blue and gold or whatever. But yeah, he's honestly very cool. He's fun to mess around with for sure. I am going to do the thing that toy guide showed in his video though, where the proper robot mode arms are going to be like tucked on his side underneath the wings in dragon griffin creature thing mode. Just because that looks better in my opinion than the actual like stock transformation. But yeah, that's ONYX Prime here. Thanks for watching me ramble for 6.5 minutes, almost 7 about him. I'll see you guys in the next one.